Have you ever wondered why garden plant nurseries are so successful at propagating? Well, I'm going to give you some key secrets of the industry. This is Schefflera Madame de Schmidt, one of the most popular hedging border plants in the landscape industry because it's tough and it is really easy to grow. One of the key secrets is very early cuttings. After a night, the plants are usually nice and plump. If it's been raining, even better. These plants are vigorous, they're full of turgor, which is moisture within the leaves, and you're going to get a much better success rate. The second point is exactly where do you want to take the cutting. Now on this cutting, approximately here is perfect because it still gives you good growth and we can clean off some of these lower limbs. So a cutting approximately 5 to 7 centimeters is usually adequate. So you can cut it off now, which is what I will do, and later on we can clean it up when it gets to the propagating phase. But what do I do with this once I cut it off? Having a plastic bag nearby is critical when you're going around the yard taking cuttings. The reason is that when you put it in here, it creates a little bit of a humidity environment. So the cutting stays nice and safe for propagating when the time comes. If you have a large plant that needs a little bit of pruning, this is a great time to do your cutting material. So I can take a much larger branch, like this length, put it in the plastic bag, take it to my propagating area, and then cut it down to the size that will ensure success. So when I take it back, I reduce it to that 5 to 7 centimeter length. I reduce some of the leaves so it only has about 3 or so leaves at the top. Dip it in some rooting hormone and then put it in the propagating mix. And hopefully within about 6 to 8 weeks, it should start preparing itself for root development. And because the leaves are still present, it will photosynthesize and help that process. Another very important thing to remember is that if you are going to take cuttings and it has a flower, you must reduce and remove the flowers. Otherwise, your cutting is putting all the energy into the flower, which is what you do not want. You want your cutting to focus on root development, not flowers. So by cutting the flower off, you stimulate all those hormones back into the roots, which is a successful cutting. So remember, if your cutting has flowers, cut the flowers off, cut the seed heads off, which happens a lot if you're doing cuttings of things like basil. But with the gardenia, again, same story. I can take a much larger cutting right now, cut the flowers off, put it in the plastic bag, take it to my nursery area, and then trim it to the size I want, give it some rooting hormone, and then into the propagating mix. And that's your garden tips for today from Paul Plant Horticulture. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like and please subscribe. Thank you very much.